just a little bit about what that was. And so we are going to present our skit that we got to do on Friday evening, a little bit of silliness and fun to share with other churches. There were 16 churches there, right? From all over Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, all who have a heart for youth ministry. So we are going to share a little bit about what that was like. So, we'll need the microphone. Hey, are you looking for something?
Yes, I am.
Oh, can I help?
Yes, I'm looking for a church.
Well, I kind of know something about that. So, what kind of church are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a church that's family friendly and that is diverse. Culturally and racially, and it's awesome.
Well, I just have to know that exact church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's New Covenant Fellowship of Austin. Can I tell you a little bit about that?
Oh, yes, please.
Could we sing about it, maybe?
Let's sing a little bit about that. We feel like family at NCFA. We love diversity at NCFA. We drive in traffic to NCFA. We sing praise and worship at NCFA. So what do you think? Does that sound like you would enjoy coming?
Yes.
Excellent. So we have found that we know we are hashtag blessed to be a blessing at New Covenant Fellowship of Austin.
It's true. It's true. We had fun sharing a little bit about who we are with the churches that gathered at the retreat last weekend. And had some fun while we were at it. A little bit of silliness, obviously. So, I know this whole concept of the reboot thing is a little bit vague. We haven't really filled you in on details, partly because we didn't really know a whole lot about it. We were given some information. They said, hey, show up to this retreat, we'll tell you more. And so that's what we did. But basically, the Perkins School of Theology up at SMU got this huge grant from the Lilly Foundation to start this Reboot program. And the idea is to get churches who don't have a full-time youth director, but want to have a vibrant youth ministry, to think outside the box and to come up with creative ways to do youth ministry. So we filled out an application, and we were one of 18 churches initially that got accepted. You have to be within 300 miles of Dallas, because we're all going to gather a couple of times. And the idea is over the next couple of months, we are going to have conversations about what the Spirit is calling us to do in youth ministry, how we might get creative with that. And as a whole church, that was sort of the big takeaway from the weekend, was that youth ministry is church ministry. It's not this separate branch that's isolated and set apart. So we as a church are going to be having these conversations and figuring out what God is calling us to do in creative new ways in youth ministry. Anything else I missed?
No, I'm really excited that the conversations that we'll have over the next several months will keep pulling folks in. And the thing I'm probably most excited about is that the ethic is listening to the voice of our youth and letting them be what guides that direction. We're very good at remembering to make room for the Holy Spirit to work, pointing over to God. But sometimes we forget that our youth are doing that alongside us. They have plenty to say, and sometimes we're not quiet enough to make room for their voices. And so, I'm super enthusiastic about this time. And so, next week is our first meeting, right?
Yes. So during the committee roundtable, on the second Sunday of the month, we usually have our committee roundtable with lunch and a potluck. And so part of that, we're going to have our first Reboot conversation. So really, anybody who wants to participate is totally welcome. But we especially want our youth group members to be there to share shared your thoughts, and we want to be a listening ear as you guys get to take the lead on this. So next Sunday, and lunch will be provided. Anyone else? Awesome. Yeah, we're excited. Cool. So, that was really our only announcement for today. And then the committee roundtable,